Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Bible study. I hope you're having a fantastic day today. And today we'll continue our study we're calling For Daily Living. And we'll be in part 4 today. And we're going to be talking about setting your priorities. We're going to put a little more focus on it today because the point of this passage is that we are to focus on heavenly treasure rather than temporary or earthly things. So, I think this is probably something that we have studied before, but we're going to do a little bit more on it today. And I'll read it. You can follow along with me here or follow along with me in your Bible. It's in Matthew 6, verse 19. He says, "Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moths and vermin destroy, and where thieves break in and steal, but store up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where moths and vermin do not destroy, and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." So, what is Jesus trying to tell us here? I think I love this comparison that he uses between heaven and earth. And that really is a comparison. What he's trying to tell us here, that earthly wealth is temporary, it's vulnerable to decay, and people can steal it. So, don't put your heart there. And he tells us to put our heart into heavenly things, things like faith, love, and good deeds. And I think that's an eternal thing. All those things are eternal and secure. We can have that no matter what. Nobody can take those things from us. And here it says here in verse 21, "For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." And, the heart's focus is what he's trying to say here. Whatever you prioritize or invest in, that's where your heart is going to be. It doesn't matter if you put your heart into your job, you're going to be lacking on everything else, maybe with your family or everything else. So really think about where you put your heart. We're going to look at this verse here in James 5, 2 and 3. He says, "Your wealth has rotted and moths have eaten your clothes. Your gold and silver are corroded. Their corrosion will testify against you and eat your flesh like fire. You have hoarded wealth in the last days." What he's saying here is that if you put your heart into those things, let's say you put your heart into a car, and you've worked on this car, you've done everything to it, you've rebuilt it from the tires up, and somebody steals it. What happens? It eats at your flesh, doesn't it? And that's all never a good thing to have someone steal something from you that you've put your heart into. So don't put your heart into that. Put your heart into something else. The other thing I want to look at here is in my study Bible. And here Jesus says in this verse, where he's talking about do not store, or for where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. I love the way that my study Bible puts it. It says here, Jesus made it clear that having the wrong treasures leads to our hearts being in the wrong place. What we treasure the most controls us, whether we admit it or not. If possessions or money become too important to us, we must reestablish control or get rid of the items. Jesus calls for a decision that allows us to live contently without whatever we have, because we have chosen eternal values over temporary earthly treasures. And that really sums it up. I think everything that we really have to watch where we put our treasure, and put your treasures today in heavenly things instead of the worldly things. Everyone have a great day, and we'll talk tomorrow.